adding the slicer, right? I don't think we need this anymore. Remove that. I'm going to show you adding the slicer. So this slicer with the year filter, right? So you can do this. So you just come here to your dashboard and you go to, actually first go to your data aggregate, right? And then initially you might have to click one of these pivot tables, right? And then you go to analyze, right? And then you go to insert slicer. I think this became available after, I'm not sure, you'd have to check, but after Excel 2010. So if you're using a previous version of Excel, you might not see this insert slicer. Wow, it's been a long day. Okay, insert slicer, then what do you want to have in your slicer? I want to have years. Click OK. Sweet, yay. And then you're like, what's going on here? Why do I have all this stuff? Why doesn't it look like this one that I have here with the red and the black and white and the, all right. First off, this is a custom slicer. This one, it took a while to design this, but I'll show you how you can design yours as well. So first thing is, let's get rid of this. Sometimes I don't know why these things show in the slicer, especially in Excel, but you can easily get rid of that by clicking on the slicer, going to slicer settings, and there's an option here that says hide items with no data, right? So you click on hide items with no data. And boom, that's gone. So one down. By default, you can change like the type of slicer you have, different slicer settings, but you will never see what designed like this one, unless you design one yourself. You never see this. Okay. Before we get there, I need to cut this. So I cut this, Ctrl X. I go to my dashboard, come here, and I paste it. Neat. Right? Can do this. Click on it 2014. Click on that. On 2016, 2017. But then you're like, but this middle figure is not changing now. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. So if you want to select multiple years, you can hold down Control, right? And if you want to ensure it filters this, just click on the slicer and go to the slicer options. So you click something called Report Connections, right? Click on that, and you can see, remember, we created these two charts from the same pivot table. So this slicer by default is only filtering because we created the slicer from that pivot table. It's only filtering these two charts. But wanted it to filter this one, I know it's the pivot table that brings this amount is the total amount, right? I check that. And ideally, when you have your other visuals for quarterly expense and total yearly expense, right, you filter all of them as well. And you click OK. So now if I click 2014, look at that. 2015, 2016 and 2015, 2016 and 2017, look at that. If you go to your data aggregate, you'll see that they're all filtered as well. The quarter by quarterly expense, yearly expense. They're all filtered, right? And that's that. Oh, I was going to show you how to customize this. Click on this, and go to options. Click on more. There's an option here that says new slicer style, right? Give you whatever name you want to do. You want to name it. And you click on various elements here that you want to format. So very simply, I'm just going to format the header. I'll click on format. I want the font of the header to be the same as what I've been using. I want the color to be like white. Reason being because I want to fill it with maybe black or something like this, or red. Yeah, let's just go with this. And I click OK. I click OK. Okay. So the format I just created is here, slicer style 1. By the time I click on that, yeah, you have to settle down and format it properly. You can see I haven't done, well, actually, let me just, yeah. New temp slicer. I'm just putting a little bit of work here for you guys that are watching. All right. Fill. Deploy UI. This is the header. Color is something like this. Actually don't know what now, but let's go with that. Selected items with data. Click on it, maybe fill. Select an item with data, maybe just give it like a gray fill. Right, when you select selected item with no data, I won't touch it. Unselected item with data, I want to assume everything in every year you find in this slicer has data. So I'll do unselect the item with data. Uh, how should you fill it? Maybe no fill or no color, but then the font color can be something like a very light orange with an accent, something like this. All right, so you can see it here. All right, let's just go with this, and I can click. Nice. So we have a very simple format here, and we have, once 2014 is selected, right? See, this is how you format your slicer. The selected ones are filled with gray backgrounds. The unselected have these light accents, orange accents. And guys, sorry to go, but I'll have to end this here. But I would like to believe that I've gone through the key elements in designing this expenses dashboard, right? Beginning with creation of this data set, creating a table out of it, right? And then creating the individual pivot tables, naming the pivot tables, right? And creating a sum of amount here, right? Just by creating the sum of amount here by dropping only the values, dropping only amounts into values, right? All we did was copy each pivot table, paste into a different, an empty space, rename it, and then we created pivot charts from each of these. So click the pivot table, introduce a pivot chart, and then we formatted each of those pivot charts, cut it, and pasted it into a fresh worksheet. We were able to design everything custom from scratch. These interesting Excel dashboard covering your expenses management. And I hope this really, helps you to, understand how you can create even more useful systems, analytic solutions, right? Using Excel alone. Not everything is for Power BI, right? Some of these things can be handled in Excel. You can run Power Query in Excel. You can create data models in Excel. You can write array functions in Excel. Really, really complicated stuff. And I actually brought this up today. To do this webinar because I've been finding myself using Excel quite a lot lately, integrating with Power BI, integrating with SharePoint, writing flows, right? Power Automate, using Excel online, and so many things. It's very amazing. Excel is not going anywhere. It's a spreadsheet application that will be used for so many years after this year, continuously, along with other analytics tools.